the camp. Let me know if the video is lagging this time around. I want to talk about how every once in a while our corporations that rule over us will accidentally tell the truth. They'll accidentally say the quiet part loud, and Amazon has done that. Amazon put up a job hiring post, which apparently is something they regularly do. They announce on their somewhere within their website what jobs are available, what jobs that people can get at these companies. And Amazon had a job posting for a security analyst, and specifically within the details of what the job would be, it was labor organizing threats. Monitoring labor organizing threats is the job. Please come to Amazon and help us monitor workers to make sure they aren't dare organizing their labor in order to demand some sort of, livable life. Some sort of life that doesn't fucking suck. Help us get the cameras and the sophistication and the software and the listening and the various surveillance we'll need to make sure workers are not talking to each other about how they might like a bathroom break once every blue moon. And so once there became this is in the past couple of days, once there was a stink people were raising about the fact that Amazon was publicly trying to hire someone to monitor labor organizing threats, Amazon has now deleted the posting. They were like, we didn't realize you were offended by that kind of thing. So they've now deleted the posting, the job posting. But, if anybody out there watching right now is looking to help Amazon monitor their labor organizing threats, then apparently that job is available. But this speaks to a much larger issue, which is the fact that all of these corporations, all of the larger ones, all of the most powerful ones, they have gotten there by successfully exploiting labor, by successfully stealing from you a portion of your life, a portion of your earnings, a portion of who you are. And the more they can exploit you, the more successful these companies often are. There are some rare exceptions, but those are the exceptions that prove the rule. I think one of them may be Costco, that Costco has done very well by actually paying their workers well. But in terms of the ones that really rule over these industries, they generally get there by exploiting their workers the most. And Amazon is one of those examples, right? Jeff Bezos, one of his strokes of genius was that he realized that he couldn't, as a shipping company, as a company where you buy stuff and they ship it to you, he couldn't get the trucks to drive faster because there were speed limits and they couldn't keep breaking the law. So there was a stop. There was a point that he could not go faster with the trucks, but he could go faster and faster and faster with the humans. He realized you can work humans to the breaking point if you just put them in a warehouse. And by the way, I don't know if anyone's ever described to you how these Amazon warehouses work, but it's truly incredible. I mean, workers, they have no job security whatsoever. They're sprinting around the warehouse. It's hard as fuck. Some of them are wearing diapers because they're afraid to take a bathroom break. They have something strapped to their arm, or sometimes maybe they hold it, that tells them whether they are running fast enough to grab the next thing and put it in a box. They also realized that if the humans knew where these things were, like, okay, or a customer orders dildos aisle 12, all the dildos are up in aisle 12, then that worker would tend to try and predict where things are and try and go get them, and they'd be wrong too much. And so in order to stop the human from using their human brain, the Amazon system figured out that we're not going to put things in order. We're going to put things all over the fucking place. But the computer knows where they are. So the computer would tell this person to go to the aisle where the thing is, and you'd find a bucket that's got batteries and dildo, one dildo, and it's got Band-Aids and, fucking used tampon or whatever the fuck. I don't think anyone's ordering that. But whatever the fuck's in there. And this is designed to confuse the human so that they rely on the robot, so the robot, the AI, will tell them where to go. And, of course, this creates problems when, if the thing isn't in that box, then the computer refuses to believe the human because humans are fucking dumb. So anyway, Jeff Bezos realized you could push humans to the breaking point. Some humans, some of these workers have died on the warehouse floor. In another case, I think back in 2014, roughly, the warehouse people were passing out because of the heat in the warehouse. But Amazon didn't want to pay to air condition these warehouses because they're the size of something like 7 football fields. So they just decided it was more affordable to have ambulances stationed outside the warehouse to drive people to the hospital if they passed out. This is what kind of employer Amazon is. Anyway, all told, the point is that these companies, they become the most successful by realizing how to most effectively exploit the worker. And this job posting that they put up was it to monitor labor organizing threats, meaning any sign of someone saying maybe we should unionize. Maybe, and if you take away the scary word union, which, the right wing has done a great job making everyone scared to death of the word union, if you take that word away, it's just, if workers were to be talking about, hey, let's get together and we all say we demand, a paid sick day. And we're going to get together. We're going to demand that. And Amazon would find out if that's happening. And then they have various ways of dealing with it. They have, famously Target's anti-union training video leaked out where, they have a video everyone's got to watch that's like, unions are bad. I heard they give you chlamydia. And it's got all these little sketches that the poor workers have to watch, and it sounds fucking awful. But to tell them to hate unions. And unions is, at the heart of it, is just workers getting together and demanding something and agreeing, hey, we're going to work together to get this thing. And so they have all these ways, like I said, of dealing with that. Another one, if it gets really bad, like it has at Walmart, where like a Walmart was about to unionize. The workers all got together and they voted to unionize despite Walmart's greatest efforts. I believe I recall that there's been a time or two where Walmart's decided to close the store. Like literally just go out of business and leave town rather than allow that store to be unionized, because they know if one Walmart gets unionized, then others might follow suit. Other workers might realize, hey, wait, you can work together? We can talk to each other and actually like demand some things from these fucking all-powerful rulers that run things here. I didn't realize we could work together to demand things from these fucking assholes that own everything, and that's not enough for them. I didn't realize we could do that. And so Walmart is afraid that just one store out of their whatever hundreds were to become unionized, that then they'd have to worry about other ones realizing it's a good idea. It's the threat of the good idea. America worries about this with socialist countries, and Walmart worries about it with a union. And so does Amazon and so many others. And, I've talked before about the gravity of unfettered capitalism. And here's another example of it. There are businesses that are still unionized. I think it's 7% of the national workforce. So it's a tiny percentage of what it used to be. But however, the ones that end up being the biggest, the most powerful, those tend to be the ones that are not unionized because they are most able to exploit their workers. They're able to pay their workers the least and make the most money and often force their workers to, work on fucking weekends and every minute of their lives. And so therefore they're able to maybe achieve a little more and they're able to, like I said, pay the workers less. And so therefore they end up being, they end up having more money, they end up being more powerful, and therefore they can then control the government. Like this is a gravity. This is a slow, it's like a star forms when the gases and the materials slowly swirl around each other till they get tighter and tighter and tighter, and then they become a star or something on the planet or whatnot. And it's similar with capitalism. It may start out where there's a social safety net and workers have rights and things like that, and it slowly swirls and swirls till it gets tighter and tighter and tighter till everyone's flyingly fucked. And so that's the gravity of capitalism. But in this case, Amazon accidentally said the quiet part loud. And you can look up this article. I know CNBC had an article about it, but that Amazon posted a hiring to hire a security analyst who could monitor labor organizing threats. Because, and here's the thing, when they say labor organizing threats, yes, they mean workers talking about unionizing, but really, we're all a threat to them. We are the threat. Workers are the threat. Average people are the threat. Those who are not billionaires are the threat. We are the threat. That's why they have to try and minimize democracy, try and stop as many people from voting as possible, rig the primaries in the Democratic side, rig the general by suppressing votes. That's the Republican technique most often, and so democracy is what they fear because we are the threat. We, the workers, the average people, the people who are not billionaires, are the threat. And it will never stop being that way. And so what all that changes is how much power we're able to amass, the workers and the average people are able to amass by teaming up, working together, various other tactics. Getting out the truth is one of them. And so I'll end it there. That's been your moment of clarity. But speaking of getting out the truth, my videos are incredibly suppressed. They aren't shown to a lot of people. So please, I don't ask for your money on this. I just ask for you to share this video, tell people about it, and I will come back to you every goddamn weekday except sometimes on Moment of Clarity. And so whenever you miss one, just go to leecamp.com and it'll have the new one up there every single day, except sometimes. All right. Keep fighting, everybody.